Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, I'm recording this on July 3rd, but happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. On this day, 248 years ago, the Declaration of Independence was adopted by the delegates to the Second Continental Congress in Philadelphia. It doesn't seem that long ago that it was 1976 and we're celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, and everything had an American flag on it, from towels to shoes to toilet seat covers, zingers. Michelle's throwing out there the covers for wheels on the back of your trucks or something like that. Everything had an American flag on it. Talk about marketing. But here we are, 48 years later, with everything in the balance. Schoolhouse Rock used to talk about King George III and the United States declaring its independence. And here we are again. You get King Joe, I guess, or King Donald. Anyway, I want to read on what message Spirit has for us on this 248th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Okay? So, come on down. Let's take a look and see what message Spirit has for us on American Independence Day. The Queen of Wands. I talk about things being in the balance. That's funny that this deck has royalty cards in it. The look on her face kind of reminds me of Lady Liberty. And Lady Liberty also has a crown. Give me your tired huddle masses and such from the poem. We are, you got sunflowers here, you've got a cat. We are in a summer of decision making. You need to decide which direction this country is going. And this summer is key to what actions people take. Are you going to take wise actions or superstition? Crossed with the Three of Pentacles. These actions that you take, some things are going to be on information that's publicly available, but it's what you don't see that's happening behind the scenes that's impacted by your decisions. The Three of Pentacles is a card of cooperation. The stonemason cannot build the church without the engineers. The engineers can't build the church without the stonemason. They don't have the tools to do it. He can't build it without their plans. So in order for us to progress in this country, we have to sort of get rid of this little shadow, not government, but these shadow organizations. We need negotiations that are done in good faith so that we can work together on this. Underneath it all is the Eight of Cups. There are people in the shadows that are willing to walk away from democracy. Plain and simple. They're willing to walk away from it. They think the great experiment is done. They want royalty and they want to be the ones in charge. And we have to be able to work together, because if we don't, this is the threat. This is the undercurrent of what can happen. Gosh. In the past, we have the Six of Cups. Were we naive? I don't think we were naive. I think we were hopeful. Generally speaking, Americans are proud to be Americans. The Olympics tends to bring that out every 4 years, or now every 2 years, since they've moved the Winter Olympics and Summer Olympics. And here's the thing. This is the year of the Summer Olympics, and the U.S. does very, very well in the Summer Olympics. In the Olympics, people root for Team USA. You don't know if that swimmer is a Republican or a Democrat. You don't know if that gymnast voted for Biden or if that gymnast voted for Trump. It doesn't matter at that point. All that matters is we have a united America. We're sending our best athletes against the best athletes of all the other countries in the world. And, may the best athlete win. But this could also be that naivety that everything seemed like it was fine at the time and got lulled into a false sense of security. Or some people were even convinced to abandon democracy. Funny how this one's wearing a red hat. Current situation is 9 of Wands. How interesting. I say interesting because doesn't this look like, they'll show the picture of the flute player, the drummer, and the standard bearer for the Revolutionary Army, and I believe one of them has a head injury and they've got a bandana on it. This always reminds me of Revolutionary War times, Valley Forge and Washington crossing the Delaware. As summer is coming in here, we're weary and we're beaten, and we have election coming up in a few short months. Do we have the energy to get through this? The soldiers that crossed the Delaware in the snow, they were freezing while the garrisoned British troops were comfortable inside the homes. Are you going to fight for this country? Or are you going to walk away? All the bravery, all the wars fought, all the idealism for this. And the ironic thing is the very people that are willing to walk away from democracy have convinced the red hat wearing patriots that walking away from democracy is the right move. Isn't that just mind-blowing? All these patriots, the ones who love the Constitution, wrap themselves up in the American flag, don't want a democracy. They claim they do, but they don't. Naive. So trusting. The overarching energy is the Page of Pentacles. What are your values? Speak your values. What are they? What's the opportunity here? You basically, how funny is this? And I'll roll my eyes as I say it, but we have been given an opportunity to express our values. Do we want to continue this great experiment or not? Our votes matter this November. The lesson to be learned about your voting is the Death card. Voting, and there's a cynical thing that if voting changed anything, they'd make it illegal. In this case, you'll be told your vote doesn't matter. But if your vote didn't matter so much, why is there so much gerrymandering? Why is there so much voter suppression? Why are all these challenges? Why is it that one party wants to, when you register for DMV, you register to vote. And the other party doesn't want that. They don't want convenient voting. They don't want to have a national holiday on the voting Tuesdays. They don't want people who work for a living to be able to vote. They want to get rid of drop boxes. They want to restrict voting. They want you to have voter ID cards. There's, all these obstacles to suppress the vote. We are really at a knife's edge. And here's the king. The king is dead. Long live the king. And we also have the church here. Separation of church and state. America was founded on the principle of we did not want a monarchy and we wanted religious freedom. Which path are we choosing? The outcome is the Four of Wands, which is funny. It's 4 because it also kind of reminds me of a 4th of July type event. The celebration of the 4th of July. The creation of this country. The creation of the United States of America. At that time, 13 colonies. But it started the whole deal. And now, like a wedding, on our 248th anniversary, we're being asked to reaffirm our vows. That's the message Spirit is sending in these troubled times. People fought for for this country. They made sacrifices for the ideals of this country. They got rid of the king. They separated church from state. And now we are being given the opportunity to have a king in a national religion, or we are being given an opportunity to maintain this experiment of democracy. The choice is yours. Get registered to vote. Get like-minded people registered to vote. Get out and vote. Your democracy depends on it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Hope you have a great and safe day today. Take care. Bye-bye.